So we are here with Santosh Iyer, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Mercedes-Benz India. Santosh, congratulations on this launch of this new car and bringing back the SL badge to India. So how big is AMG now part? I mean, how big is the AMG part of Mercedes-Benz India in terms of sales?
Well, we started our journey in India with the iconic SLS AMG way back when we debuted in the Auto Expo. And ever since, we have been quite focused to grow the performance category in India. We also, it's not just the product. We also have 7 AMG performance centers, dedicated people, dedicated service centers to grow this segment. Today, AMG is part of our top-end vehicle portfolio, which consists of AMG, Maybach, S-Class, to name a few. And here, 25% of our overall sales in India is coming from the top-end vehicle portfolio, and AMG definitely forms a significant chunk of this 25%.
And now let's talk about electrics. Of course, you have the EQB, the
EQS.
EQC, EQS. I don't think the EQC is there
The
anymore.
EQC is not there. It's the EQB and the EQS.
Uh,
EQC we are not importing now.
yes.
Yes.
How big a part of your portfolio are electrics right now?
So, we have a very different strategy when it comes to electric. If you see, when we had the decision to localize the EVs, we didn't go bottom up, we came top down. So, we have actually localized the EQS, which is our largest selling EV in the portfolio today, actually, which is again in the top end vehicle segment. And when you come below, we have the EQB, which is again a very unique car, 7-seater, but around 80 lakhs. And this car today, actually, also when we did it with the GLB, if you remember, we launched the combustion engine and the EV together. 80% of our current sales are EVs, compared to a combustion engine. So definitely on EVs, we have a different strategy. We are not participating in any of the 50, 60, 70 lakh kind of a segment there. And we don't have any intent in the near future also to do so. At this stage, our outlook is in the next 3 years, 25% of our sales will come from EVs, but the strategy is more top down, coming from the top end vehicles and not bottom up.
And what is your overall opinion on fuels going forward? I mean, we are talking a lot. Of course, this is a petrol burner. Uh, EVs, of course, run on lithium NMC. So we have a bit of both. Mercedes going to carry on with that globally.
No, we are fully committed. We'll be 100% EV company by 2030. In fact, all new launches after 2025 will be electric. And we are at the same breath. Also, our ambition is clear. 2039, we are a carbon neutral company. So it's not about the fuel that you use or the tailpipe emissions. As a company, can you be net zero? Can you be carbon neutral? And that goes into recyclability, usage of materials, and also the source power, including distribution network. So we are looking at end-to-end supply chain, end-to-end operations, and by 2039 we want to be 100% carbon neutral, fuel agnostic. But specific to your question on fuel type, we will transition to be a 100% EV company by 2030.
Okay, because your global CEO
Yeah, made a
converses
comment on
on
a clear
hydrogen.
positioning there.
Okay.
No, on hydrogen, I think, see, many new technologies are coming up. So we are definitely looking at those technologies, but it will take time to mature. At this stage, our bets are on EV, and we transform to a 100% EV organization.
Mercedes-Benz India has been the leading luxury car maker now for the last few years. Five almost, I think, more than that.
No, no, 8 years in a
8 years. And overall car market, of course, is growing. You did record sales in 2022. Are you expecting a new record this year as well? And as the percentage of luxury cars,
Yeah, for us, the first quarter results, we are one of the few who released it. It's around 17% growth. Again, quarter two, we will release it in July, first week or first 10 days of July. We still see that the double-digit growth story should continue for the rest of the year. And if that happens, for sure, 2023 will be also another record year for Mercedes-Benz India.
and one complaint you hear from many buyers is that there are huge waiting lists for the cars. I mean, the G-Wagon has a year-long waiting
Yeah,
list
yeah.
despite and even today, even the E-Class, which is an outgoing model, has a long waiting list. So how are you communicating with your customers and assuaging them that their cars or whatever, whichever star they want to buy, whether it's a A-Class or a G-Wagon, will come on time?
Well, this is the biggest challenge we are facing. On one side, we have demand. On the other side, the supply chain constraints continue. but constant communication is the key. So we have processes where we are trying to communicate on a constant basis about the delivery schedules. When it becomes worse is the committed delivery time further changes, because ship has not arrived or some parts are not there, and these cars are planned for a wedding or a birthday or certain occasions. So yeah, we try to explain to customers, we want to really push. The good part is my colleagues in production, they have really ramped up. We have two shift operations running in Pune now, a stabilized production. We are able to retail more cars. In fact, we have brought down the waiting period for E class to 1 to 2 months now, actually. And the top end is where still the pressure is. The S class, the CBUs, there it goes much significantly higher.
Because
But we are working on it.
India is competing with other markets as well for those vehicles, right? I
Of
mean,
course, globally there is demand for SL, for example, or even the G-Wagen. And the reason we introduced the G400 is because we were feeling bad to tell customers wait for 2 years. It becomes embarrassing after a point of time. So we said let's introduce a new variant and which can be made available to customers much faster.
so is that why we don't have the SL63?
Absolutely.
So you get the SL55, but you also now have AMGs in many levels, as we spoke about earlier, the 45, 53,
Yeah.
55. So you're making performance available at many price points. The other point is, you this year, of course, you already a couple of days ago you showcased the new GLC in a teaser that many people are waiting for. That, of course, SUVs are
Yeah.
still popular, and globally, of course, the new E-Class was launched as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So, just can you give us an idea to when
The
the
G
GLC will come and the E-Class as well?
Well, the new GLC is almost there. Quarter 3 of this year, we should be able to introduce the car and start also retailing the cars before the festive season. As regards the new E-Class, even the global sales have not started for the left-hand drive version. In India, we would definitely bring a right-hand drive and a long wheelbase. So, end of 2024 is the earliest one can expect the new E-Class.
And one last question, Santosh. I know you're very busy at the launch. Prices of luxury cars have considerably gone up. Today, you cannot buy a luxury mark, any, whether it's yours or your rivals, for below 50 lakhs on the road. Um, why have prices been going up? Why do you see this phenomenon happening? I mean, it's the rise is faster than inflation. I was joking with somebody the other day. It's a good thing car prices aren't part of the CPI.
No, so on the positive side, if you buy a Mercedes-Benz, you get a better residual value, because when the prices go up for the new car, the old cars also get very good prices. So the customer doesn't lose in the long run. In the short run, for us, clearly there is an exchange rate topic which comes up, because the exchange rate is not in our favor. Euro, going higher and higher, and that and also all the supply chain cost, that's also very high. So this has to be passed on to customer, and that actually pushes the pricing up. But again, for us, we are not after the volume game, so we are not so much into trying to get a car at a sub x price, and that's not our strategy, neither to discount these cars. So we feel that we will maintain adequate product content, and yeah, if that also means that the entry luxury shrinks, so be it as such.
Okay. Thank you so much, Santosh. I know you're going to be a very busy man today, and I hope to see you soon at the next drive.
Thanks, Kushan, for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.